We're with Ryan Tegnalia. Ryan is a criminal attorney in San Diego, California. He's agreed to answer an online question related to, or actually there's multiple questions related to prostitution. Let's go into the first question, Ryan. Can an agreement to engage charge be expunged after my probation is over? So can the charges be expunged after probation?
Yes. Nearly all crimes in California can be taken off your record once the probationary period is over. There are a couple that can't, but most of them can. You can also terminate probation early, but if the entire term of your probation is up, then filing the expungement is usually a pretty straightforward task that many attorneys would be happy to help you with. What I would caution people when it comes to expungements, though, is I found that nearly every time someone comes to my office wanting an expungement, there's a particular reason for doing so. Sometimes the expungement helps with that reason, and sometimes it doesn't. So before you just go ahead and try to just expunge the case yourself, you do want to meet with an attorney and find out whether or not the expungement actually meets your needs. So as a very simple example, I don't want it coming up on a background check when I apply for retail sales jobs. Okay, that's fine. The expungement will certainly help you with that. Oh, I want to be able to have guns and go hunting with my friends again. No, the expungement's not going to help with that. So it restores some rights and it does have some benefits, but other very common reasons that people want one, the expungement does not help. So it is important to consult with an attorney and find out if the expungement meets your needs for the reason that you want it.
All right. Next question was, if I didn't know she was a prostitute until it was over, can I still be charged with a crime?
That's one very poor prostitute, but no, you can't. The agreement to pay for a sexual act has to occur first. It has to be a quid pro quo. If I give you money, then you have sex with me. If he or she has already performed the acts and they're asking for money, that would be more of a donation than soliciting a prostitute.
Okay. Next question was, how much evidence is needed to prove solicitation?
Kind of what I just said. It's fairly simple. In order to prove solicitation, they have to prove that you offered money or some other form of monetary compensation in exchange for sexual acts, and they have to be certain sexual acts. So it has to be very specific. And so to this day, because of the specificity required to prove a solicitation charge, the most common way people get busted is through sting operations. Everyone's familiar with the, they put a female police officer on the corner of, El Cajon and whatever, and then, the John comes up and it's all recorded, and the female officer has a audio and video recording device, and you're busted. That still happens, but the police change with the times just like everyone else. So they know that most prostitution these days, except for the lowest level, has evolved to be on the internet. And so they are very familiar with the websites like Backpage and Craigslist and all that. So they do set up sting operations still that result from Backpage ads. They are allowed to post, fake online ads and see if they catch anybody. They also do the reverse, where they will respond to ads and show up pretending to be a John. So they are targeting both sides of the prostitution coin. So you have to be very specific, and the evidence is hard to get, but they are still out there, and they are trying to do it. And then prostitution cases, once it looks like you can be convicted, it is important to have an experienced attorney in that area, because the county and city does offer various programs for both the prostitute and the John that can really help kind of clean up your record and keep you from getting into so much trouble. And so you're obviously going to want to know if you qualify for those programs and whether or not they would help you. So consulting an attorney is very important, regardless of which side of that coin you fall on.
All right, excellent. If you have any other questions for Ryan, just post them in the comments section below. Thanks for your time, Ryan.
Yeah, thank you. And don't forget, you can also call my office at 619-577-0868. Thanks. Have a great day.
Thank you.